Okay, so a trailer for Andor Season 2's just been released, and I wanted to make a quick video just to give you my initial thoughts, and yeah, it's a pretty good trailer. But there were some things in the trailer that really niggled at me. I think it was all too familiar. What I mean by that is it felt a little bit fan servicey.
Smithers, are they booing me? I was saying boo-earns.
Now, it could just be the way the trailer's been put together to try and draw not only the die-hard Star Wars fans in, and also people who kind of know what Star Wars is and trying to appeal to them as well. But for me, the main hook was how good Season 1 was, with it being a much more mature take on the Rebellion. But I really hope that they don't do too much fan service in Season 2, because as far as I'm concerned, Season 1 of Andor was one of the best pieces of Star Wars that we've had since Disney bought the rights. That and the first season of The Mandalorian. And I really hope they don't undo all the good work they did with that first season. And I know you've got to have some familiarity in there because it's going to bridge the gap between Season 1 and Rogue One, meaning that you have to have X-Wings and TIE Fighters and Stormtroopers, and you also have to have characters like Saw Gerrera, who's a big part of the start of the Rebellion, and it's really good to see Ben Mendelsohn back as Orson Krennic. But I just can't seem to shake that feeling that they might go a little bit too fan servicey with this, and I think they kind of just need to give us enough and not distract from the overall storytelling. What I really did like about this trailer was the fact that they used a modern song, and I know that they've done this before with Skeleton Crew, but I feel that the song that they've used here is really significant, and it's The Revolution Starts Now by Steve Earle that was released in 2004, and you don't need to be a rocket scientist to see the significance of it. The song's about the start of a revolution, and the series is about the start of the rebellion, which is a revolution. The fact that they've used a modern song in a Star Wars trailer is a bit rebellious on its own, I'd say. It's probably also been used to try and attract casual viewers as well, so yeah. Overall, it's a really good trailer, but I am a bit cautious about this because Disney Star Wars does not have the best track record. I mean, The Mandalorian Season 1 was really good, and they had a really good solid footing to kind of progress that story with. And then Season 2 came along, which to me just felt like a bit of a downgrade before the really disappointing Season 3. And I really hope they don't make the same mistakes as they did with The Mandalorian. Hopefully that's lessons learned. But what is quite significant is the timing of the release of the trailer, as it's also been reported that head of LucasFilm, Kathleen Kennedy, is due to step down at the end of the year. And I know it's been said that Kathleen Kennedy has been looking for a win before she hands the reins over to somebody else, and Season 2 of Andor might prove to actually be that win. So it's vital that they get this right. I mean, as far as Kathleen Kennedy's concerned, if she is due to step down, then Season 2 of Andor cannot fail. I mean, as the custodian of Lucasfilm, look at her track record since Disney bought the rights in 2015. It has been really, really poor in terms of its quality. Obviously, Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 1 of Andor are the only exceptions, and The Force Awakens wasn't a bad start to the film franchise, and Rogue One I actually thought was really good, but everything else has been really, really poor, and I really don't think that she can afford for Season 2 of Andor to be bad, because look at the legacy she's going to end up leaving if it is. Not that the legacy's that great in the first place, but hopefully you get what I mean. But if you want to hear my thoughts on Disney Star Wars as a whole, then by all means check out the video The Good, the Bad and the Disney. I'll put a link in the description. I've mentioned this before with Star Trek, that if you've got somebody who's a custodian over a franchise who A, doesn't understand the franchise itself, or B, doesn't understand its audience, then it is doomed to fail. Star Trek is a dead franchise in my opinion, but Star Wars has that opportunity to stay alive if Andor Season 2 is as good as I hope it's going to be. I just really hope that they don't undo all the hard work that they did with Season 1. But what are your thoughts on the Andor Season 2 trailer? Am I just that wounded by how Disney Star Wars has been over the last 10 years that I just cannot expect anything to be good anymore? Or are my thoughts justified? By all means, let us know in the comments. But thank you very much for watching this really quick video. But I am looking forward to the release of Andor Season 2, and hopefully these little niggles are nothing more than me just being a bit daft. Anyway, I've been Colm from the Critical Cinema Club, and I'll see you in the next video.